Hey everyone, it's Stranger Grayson here, and welcome back to another horror movie review. Today, I'll be taking a look at another entry in the Friday the 13th franchise, and this was a doozy of a film, and definitely my least favorite of the franchise so far by a long shot. And that movie is Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday. Oh man, just by the cover you can already tell there's going to be a pretty low quality film. Like The Mask, whoa, what was that voice crack? Like The Mask, but what the fuck is that slug thing? What the hell is that? I will explain that to you. So, Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday. What is this movie about? Before I get into that, I want to let you guys know I'm collabing with Strange Michael and Goosebumps Boy. Strange Michael had already reviewed this movie. I think he's on Jason X right now. And Goosebumps Boy, I think he's on part 7, I think. I'd have to take a look at his channel, but I know Michael is on Jason X. Goosebumps Boy will not be able to review this movie, unfortunately, but at least he got a delay in seeing this shitty film. But anyway, just want to let you guys know I'm collabing with them. I'll leave a link to both their channels in the description down below. Check them out. They're really awesome guys. But anyway, Jason Goes to Hell. After part 8, Paramount decided that they were done with the Friday films after part 8 got a ton of negative reviews by the critics. So they sold off the rights to Jason to New Line Cinema, who you might remember did Halloween, I believe they did Halloween 6, H2O, all those films. I think New Line owns Freddy Krueger, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Leatherface is owned by them. I'm not 100% sure, but I know it's owned by Freddy Krueger, or Freddy Krueger's owned by them, and now Friday the 13th is. But they sold it off to New Line, and Sean S. Cunningham took back over the role as he came back for the Friday films, and he did not like how the franchise went with Jason coming back and killing all these counselors instead of Pamela. He didn't like how the franchise went, so he wanted to go in a whole new direction. And you can pretty freaking tell that he definitely wanted to go in a whole new direction. He did not direct this movie. The director is Sean S. Cunningham's son's friend, Adam Marcus. And this was his first time film directing, which you can pretty freaking tell this was his first time directing. And my God, this film, oh man, the freaking characters sucked. What they did with Jason was stupid, and I'll delve into that right now. So, Jason Goes to Hell picks up. Dude, I don't even know when it picks up. It doesn't explain anything from the ending from part 8. It just freaking ignores it. We cut to this one girl. She's going back to Camp Crystal Lake in a cabin by herself. She goes to take a shower. Power gets cut, and she's wandering around the house. Then she runs into Jason Voorhees, who you don't even know where he came from. Like, he got freaking toxic waste spilled all over him, and he turns back into a kid at the end of part 8, which made no fucking sense. And now he's back to human form. The hell? But anyway, she runs away from him. Jason's chasing after her. I gotta be honest, the look at Jason in this film, by the way, sorry for cutting you off, or for cutting myself off, but Jason in this film, he looks way worse than he did in part 8, if I gotta be honest. And even though you barely get to see the guy, which I will delve into later, I definitely prefer part 8 over this version of him. But anyway, he's chasing after her. Then all of a sudden, he's right about to kill her. She dives out of the way, a whole bunch of lights come on, and all these SWAT team members just start loading him up with bullets, shooting him. And all of a sudden, a freaking bomb comes out of nowhere and blows this dude up. And you got to think, wow, movie's over, right? No. No. They totally ruined it from this point on. We cut to a morgue, and this morgue guy's loading up Jason. He's doing an autopsy on him. And while he's doing the autopsy, Jason's heart starts beating, and beating faster and faster and faster. And apparently it hypnotizes this morgue guy. Apparently it hypnotizes him. And he freaking eats his heart. Who in their right mind would do that? And after he eats his heart, these freaking orb things just shoot all into his body. And you can probably guess where this is going. Jason has possessed this man. And his assistant comes in there. Jason kills him in the morgue guy's body. And he goes around on a killing spree once again. Going after body after body. Meanwhile, these main characters, Steven and Jessica, they're broken up. Jessica has Steven's baby named Stephanie. Steven has never got to see his baby, not until later on in the film, but we also find out how to stop Jason by this dude named Creighton Duke. Apparently, Jason has this long-lost sister, which obviously never was there. They just threw that in there to make the plot make sense. And the only way to kill him is by another Voorhees with a dagger. And Jason is body swapping between people, trying to find his sisters to kill them so he can be reborn. Yeah, stupid freaking plot. Anyway, negatives about this movie. The whole freaking thing. Except the kills. The kills are the one good thing about this movie. I think the kills look amazing. There's one where a girl gets impaled and split upwards in half. That was my favorite kill of the movie. Then there's another one where he impales another girl and squishes her head. I thought that was a pretty cool kill. And then a funny one was he starts boiling this one dude in a frying pot, and while this other girl's trying to get him off him, he just elbows her in the face, and her face gets like punched in. I thought that was funny. But other than that, the freaking way they portrayed Jason sucked. Kane Hodder came back to do Jason, which you barely get to see the man in this film. He does appear as a cameo as one of a SWAT team guards who gets killed, but other than that, you barely get to see Jason in this whole film. And the whole body swapping thing, I appreciate trying to do something new, but this just did not work with a Friday film. Honestly, the only characters I really liked were Jessica and Steven. Nobody else. Everybody else was just like bland, had poor writing. You can definitely tell this was a 90s low budget film. Well, not low budget, but you can definitely tell this was a 90s film. This movie did come out in 93. Like 4 years after Jason Takes Manhattan, which apparently that movie killed the franchise. And I was right about that movie sucking, but this was 2 times worse than that film. The ending teased Freddy versus Jason, which we didn't get for another 10 years. But I did like that ending a little bit. Other than that, this movie just freaking sucked balls. This film. I'm surprised that some people like this film, because I've seen people like Cody Leach who actually like it. And I'm just concerned for some of the fan base that likes this film. I hated it, man. This was a horrible direction to take for a Friday film, but anyway, that has been my review on Jason Goes to Hell. Shitty film. If I had to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably give it about a 5. I'm only giving it a 5 because of the kills and the ending. But But other than that, this movie was, pretty stupid. So, what is everyone's thoughts on Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday? Let me know down in the comment section down below. Would love to hear your thoughts on this. Thank you all so much for watching this movie review, and I will see you in the next one. Make sure to also check out Strange Michael and Goosebumps Boy. God bless, and have a good day. Bye, everyone.